Dear friends, today we have with us a person who needs no introduction. We have with us senior journalist Mr. Rajagopalan, and we are here today to speak about the new parliament building that has been inaugurated in India. Rajgopalan, sir, thank you so much for joining us today.
Namaskar, Namaskar.
Sir, you were there at the inauguration. The videos and the pictures look absolutely spectacular. Tell us about your experience there. You were there at the inauguration. So, your first words.
The incredible building, the marvelous building, the magnanimous building of Indian Parliament was inaugurated by Mr. Narendra Modi on 28th May 2023 in New Delhi. This building was a illustration of 64,000 square meters spread over in 13 acres of Indian landscape of New Delhi, nearer to the old parliament, the existing parliament, the parliament which stood for 100 years, which was built in 1921 by the English regime, Britishers, that was coming down that was cracking within itself. Mr. Narendra Modi thought that there should be a new parliament because the predecessors of Mr. Narendra Modi had a long issue with Indian Parliament, construction of Indian Parliament building. From 1975 onwards, this chorus for new Indian Parliament have started with successive governments, especially with Rajiv Gandhi, with Indira Gandhi, with even Dr. Manmohan Singh, P.V. Narasimha Rao. They were all lot of requests to the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Speaker also wrote to the Parliament, the Prime Minister, but it happened only through Narendra Modi. But for Corona, Pallavi, this would have been completed a year ago. The project was because 30,000 Indian workers were developing this, and a Tata, a well-reputed consultant firm that took L&T, they constructed the Parliament building with a span of 30 months, which is a very great noble task. And that Parliament building is standing high. It has four-story building. It's a lot of new amenities have been given. My understanding of Indian Parliament is Mr. Narendra Modi, having traveled more than 65 to 70 countries from 2014 onwards. Prior to that, as a chief minister, he also traveled to many parliaments, many assemblies, many senates like that. But he incorporated many of them and given a suggestion, given ideas, given directions, and not only that, Mr. Narendra Modi laid the foundation in 2020, but he also monitored through drones every 15 days what was the building taking shape. He visited the construction site two times and understood the magnanimous building which was coming up. So this is the long and short of the story. But on the inauguration day, Mr. Narendra Modi brought lot of religious atmosphere to this, because Hindustan, Bharat, as they call it very well, Bharat has got 80% of Hindu communities, and Hindus spread over 29 states have brought 29 rivers water and sprinkled it on that Sengol. Sengol is a dharma danda. In Hindi they say dharma danda. So that was brought from Tamil Nadu with 25 to 30 montives who chanted Tirpugal, who chanted Devaram, who chanted lot of Tamil slokas. Because in 1947, the Chola king, representative of Chola king Dharmapura Adinam, there are 21 Adinams, that is 21 montiffs, 21 heads of religious mutts. They joined together in 1947 and they gave the same danda, Sengol, to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru as a mark of ending this English rule, British rule, and coming into democracy. So that Sengol is a very auspicious one. Mr. Narendra Modi brought that Sengol from Allahabad and gave a new impetus, and that is adorning the chambers of Mr. Speaker of Lok Sabha. Next to his seat, the Sengol has been kept. Apart from that, Pallavi, I would like to give a very brief account of how this was designed. This was designed by Sri Chakra, Lakshmi Chakra, and the other chakras, triangles. They put 6 or 7 triangles, it became a swastik. From swastik, they cropped it, it became the shape which is now. It was built by Vimal
Yeah, I
Patel.
think
Yes, Vimal Patel. And Vimal Patel has drawn up many of the, architectures. Based on that, the Tatas and the L&Ts, they constructed it. And Vimal Patel, when he described this to a group of engineers, he said it is based on triangles, Lakshmi Chakra, Sri Chakra. So there is an auspicious to that also. So therefore, combining all facts, I put it in a nutshell to the viewers of the Australia Today. In nutshell, I would like to say the very best construction, the very best standing of a tall structure building which can have 150 years of lifetime, no earthquake above 7.5 Richter scale can damage that building. Such was the foundation, 24 feet deep into the earth. The building has been, there are 85 pillars under the earth that is standing, that is holding this massive structure. So 65,000 square feet is divided into two parts. One is Lok Sabha, another is Rajya Sabha, keeping in view of the latest technology, latest electronic equipments, latest artificial intelligence, latest security apparatus. That is the combination of everything. Mr. Narendra Modi has constructed it, roughly 1,000 crore rupees project.
so. I want to say this as well, that just for our viewers, that there was a multi-faith ceremony also that happened after the puja and havan, and also that this is the parliament for the people of the country. This is not about one political party. Today one party is in power, tomorrow it can be some other party. So hence the boycott by some opposition parties was a bit disappointing or surprising, one could say, because at the end of the day, this is the parliament representing the democracy of India. This is not about one party or another party. What is your take on that, that why is it that the politics has become so polarized that even something like a new parliament, which I think, if I am not mistaken, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad mentioned that this has been in the talks, since the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. So why all this bitterness? Why so much bitterness?
Pallavi, can I answer you in one word?
Yeah, sure.
The bitterness is because of Mr. Narendra Modi's tall stature. He may do a hat trick in 2024 when India is going for elections in 2024 April. There are indications, there are symptoms, there are poll analysis, there are experts of poll analysts. They say there is a strong feeling that Narendra Modi come back to power third time hat trick. So that is the cause for anxiety. Second, as you said, all religion prayer was held. Before that, when I went in, there was a great amount of. I'm with this prayer, it all started because it is a Tamil one. I will explain once the song is over. சுவாமிநாத குருவே சுவாமிநாத குருவே நினைத்ததெல்லாம் உடனே கை கூடும் உடனே கை கூடும் ஒழியாத புவனத்து உயிர்க்கு உயிரதாய் நிற்பது ஒரு தெய்வம் உண்டு என எடுத்து உரையால் உணர்த்துவதே. Though the music you would have heard, Pallavi, but for the viewers of Australia Today, I would like to explain what is the stanzas are. This is a famous stanza from Tiruppugal, Thiruvaram. These two are very famous epics in South Indian Shaiva temples. So they chant this mantra on auspicious days when the Sengol was brought from 65 rivers in India. The water were collected and sprinkled on that Sengol. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was walking with the stick, when the chanting of these mantras were, the hymns of Vedic mantras were evaporating, echoing the parliament, Prime Minister walked very gently, majestically towards the podium of speaker and installed that. That is the make marking of inauguration of the parliament, the new style which Prime Minister adopted. You asked about politics. Ghulam Nabi Azad stated that from 1990, this famous demand for new parliament. Can I tell you? I was reporting for Indian Express newspaper and Times of India, and also for few Tamil and Telugu regional languages. Those days, when Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister, I say some 1992 or 1993, I don't exactly remember the year, the parliament structure in such a way there is a big dome. Underneath the parliament is there. This press gallery is one floor away ahead of the parliament. I was seated in the press gallery viewing the proceedings of the PV Narasimha Rao government parliament session, Lok Sabha session. Suddenly there was a thunderous sound. Dong! The brick fell down on the dais of the prime minister. It created a havoc. That is in Lok Sabha. That was a dangerous situation. Subsequently, Parliament was attacked by Pakistan terrorists. Third, in Rajya Sabha, when Najma Abdullah was chairing the Parliament proceedings of Rajya Sabha, the upper house, there were water oozing out suddenly. Lot of bad smells started to come inside the Parliament, inside Rajya Sabha. Najma Abdullah adjourned the house because members of Parliament cannot stand to that. There was carpet laid over and above the carpet. The dirty water came, sewerage water came because a pipe underneath of Rajya Sabha burst. So that oozes out. These were all the bad conditions. Cylinder, gas cylinder. Those days there was no pipe gas in Parliament. Gas cylinder burst. Can you believe inside Parliament, if session was being held, if it burst, some 10 to 15 MPs or even some ministers might have died with the explosion, gas explosion. But that was averted because the cylinder burst during non-parliament session days. With these security hazards, security threats, and also construction threats, Narendra Modi decided to go in for a new parliament. Politics definitely paid. Narendra Modi did not, permit one middleman in this. Narendra Modi has constructed this house with Vedic hymns and religious prayers. It was inaugurated. Thumbs up, Mr. Modi.
Yeah, and I would like to mention here that there were some opposition parties that attended. So it was not like there were some non-NDA parties like the BSP attended, YSR Congress attended, Biju Janata Dal BJD from Orissa they attended. So
ADMK
there
attended.
was,
ADMK also attended from Tamil
yeah,
Nadu.
and so did the Akali Dal. So there were some other parties which are not part of the NDA that were there, but I think around 20 opposition parties did boycott, and I guess this is
25
politics aside.
attended. 25 attended, 20 boycotted it.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and I guess as an objective viewer, and someone who has covered politics, it was a bit surprising, because even if there's politics, I mean, this is really the symbol of Indian democracy. And Also, sir, you have covered so many things. This building was completed in 2.5 years now. A project of this scale, I mean, that I think is also kind of remarkable in some ways, because it was constructed even while COVID was going on. And of course, it's been constructed by Tata, which is one of the world's most reputed companies. So would you share some views on that as well?
Yeah, yeah, sure. That is the monitoring skill of Mr. Narendra Modi. And being a Tamilian, I take pride as I chanted this, tape recorded when the function was still on for the benefit of Australian Today viewers. I especially exclusively put this video only. I kept you in mind and then tape recorded it, madam, on that day. So a Tamil feeling is there already. When you think of the new parliament, as a Tamilian, I would like to say, hail Mr. Chandrasekhar, who is the chairman of the JRD, the Tata's construction company. Chandrasekhar is also a Tamilian. He monitored on a monthly basis. There are 200, 250 chief engineers, 2,500 engineers, and 30,000 employees, laborers brought from all over India. They constructed in a record time of 30 months. Out of that, if you deduct 1 month, 1 year of corona time, still the work were on, because many of the green loyalists went to court saying that it is the environmental hazard, like that. But Supreme Court ignored that. Lot of stumbling blocks Mr. Narendra Modi faced it. There were time when they thought that the work will not be completed, work will be hampered. Therefore, the construction work was in full swing. Despite this, green protest, etc., Supreme Court gave permission. As you said, as a neutral observer, as I covered the parliament for 40 long years, 4 decades, every brick in the parliament house would speak to me, because I have crossed, I have walked, I have touched lot of places inside the parliament. It's a memorable occasion. I would like to say, on behalf of the Australian Today viewers, goodbye to old parliament, usher in new parliament.
Yeah, and just before we leave, sir, just your last words, because you've been to probably several countries. I mean, this is, can one say that this parliament is a symbol of new India, which of course encapsulates the spirit of this really ancient civilization as well, but also in a manner looking forward, because it's an Indian-made structure, and from the pictures and the videos, it looks absolutely spectacular.
Yes. It's a combination of all cultures. The peacock style of parliament construction, Lakshmi Chakra, and also this Bhu Chakra. The earth, there was a puja was conducted before the construction started. Datti puja, as they say in Hindi, they then breaking the earth, they did a puja. So with that, holy scripts, holy waters have been sprinkled on that. These are all certain things of religious sentiments. We will leave it at that and go into the question what you asked me. Yes, the building has combination of 28 states. The carpet have been brought from Uttar Pradesh. The wooden cows from Maharashtra. The marbles were from Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. And the chairs, the wooden work done by in Gujarat. Lot of combination, lot of experts. When the Narendra Modi style of achieving this in 30 months, can I tell you the secret of how he completed in 30 months? Narendra Modi got other things simultaneously in Gujarat, in Hyderabad, in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, everything. They came and just fixed it. So construction work was in full swing. The other things were fitted in. Once that fitting in started, it took 1 year for Narendra Modi to complete that. And now 75% of the new parliament work is over, 25 remains to be done. That is second and third floor. With that work is also in progress, but that is nothing to do with this complex. That complex little 10 meters away from this. So therefore, simultaneously, when one portion of completed, Narendra Modi thought that he should dedicate to the nation because 2024 Lok Sabha elections are fast approaching. Madam Pallavi, I tell you, for the benefit of Australia Today viewers, I would like to urge upon whenever the viewer is seeing, watching this, sorry for the whenever
No, sir.
they come into India, please visit this Parliament House, National War Memorial, Prime Minister's Sankaralaya, that is Prime Minister's Memory Hall. These are all certain illustrations which Narendra Modi left behind, and as his skill of building that type of tall laborious task he has undertaken. These are all certain monuments which he dedicated to the nation. Those who have visited Delhi some 5 years ago would like to see in 2023 a thoroughly changed New Delhi. That is the hats off to Mr. Narendra Modi, who has thrown his full efforts into ensuring that the parliament building is completed within a span of 30 months' time.
Mr. Rajgopalan, thanks for taking out time and for sharing so many details with us. And I'm sure we are going to interview again soon. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Namaskar. Bye bye.
ಭಾರತ ಮಾತಾಕಿ ಬೇಯೂರು ತೋಳಿ ಬಂಗನ್ ಬಿಡಮಾಡ ಗಂಡ ಬಿಗನಲ್ಲದಿ தடவி மாசரு திங்கள் கங்கை முடி மேல நின்ற உடவே புகழ்ந்ததனால் ஞாயிறு திங்கள் செவ்வாய் முதல்
ஆசரு நல்ல நல்ல அவை நல்ல நல்ல யார் அவர்க்கு எவரே